Alright, welcome back. Anti-radiation missiles. So, for the TBDL people, I wouldn't bother in EC. It's just not, in my opinion, it's not worth it in EC, and I'll try and explain why. I would just use Mavericks or GBUs or JDAMs or whatever. I'd use anything else apart from these. I'll try and explain why. I will try and show them off later on, so I'll put a timestamp for people that are interested in listening to me. I'll put a timestamp where the game starts. So let's get on with it. Okie dokie. So you, in theory, we're going to avoid going for the airfields because to shoot down one ITR 90M, which are at the airfields, the dangerous ones, to shoot one of those, you need to fire at least two anti-radiation missiles because the ITR will track and blow up the first missile, and the second one you fire, you got to time it so that the first missile gets exploded, but the second one hits it before it can reload again. So in theory, you need to fire two missiles at an ITR. It's not worth it. I'm just going to ignore that. Just don't bother. So you just need DE and I and J. So D, we have ZA-35s. At E, we have the Gepard search radar. I, we have the ZSU-37, which you'll find at the airfields. And J, we have the Shilkers and the tracking radar from the Gepards. So not C, you need DE, I, and J. That's all you really need. Okie dokie. So the problem arises, I can't find a J-band anti-radiation missile from the Soviets. I don't know if the Chinese have them, but for the Soviets, I can't find a J-band. And that is a problem because sometimes you'll fly to a battle and you'll find out that the enemy vehicles are Shilkers and they're a J-band. And, for example, the friendly vehicles could be ZA-35s, which are D and E. So if that's the case, every vehicle on the map, every enemy vehicle on the map will be Soviet vehicles. And you won't be able, you'll go into a game and you'll put these anti-radiation missiles on and you'll think, oh, great, I'll do some anti-radiation attack. And all the vehicles are a J-band. And you can't use them because you don't have a J-band. So, every game, the ground vehicles, sometimes friendlies will be on the enemy side and sometimes enemies will be on the friendly side. And you won't know until you're in the game. So, blindly firing at a ground battle, thinking that a ZA-35 is an enemy, it might be on the friendly side. And you won't know until you fly over the battle and get shot by it. So, that's the only issue. Friendlies could be enemies and enemies could be friendlies. And because the Soviets don't have a J-band, you might end up in a plane that can't attack anything. So that's the only issue. Okay. Quite heavy, these things. Right, I'm in a battle. I'm in Afghanistan. And the problem is, I've just seen that there's an... I might not get there. I've just seen that an enemy plane just got shot down by a Saddam. So, to me, that makes me think that the friendly vehicles are going to be Saddams and Gepards, and the enemy vehicles are going to be Shilkers and ZSU 37s. Which means I won't be able to attack. I'll be able to attack a ZSU-37, but not a Shilker. So, yeah, I can see ZSU-37s on my thingy. So, those ZSU-37s, I think you can see them on the scale. I don't know if they're enemies or friendlies. I think they're enemies. Because I think Gaijin have put the Soviet vehicles on the enemy side. I think that's what's happened, but I don't know until I fly over it and visibly check. So that's annoying as hell, to be honest. So I could... What's the range? I could just gamble and pretend. So I've got a 43-mile launch range, 12-mile long. Yeah. So in theory, I could attack them, and just hope that there are enemies. So I think that's what I'll try and do. So we'll fire one. Can I lock onto it? Yeah, I can. And we'll switch to the other one, lock onto that. I will fire. Okay. And we'll just see. We'll see what happens. There we go. So the Soviet vehicles are on the enemy team. So we got a Shilka and a 37. So the 37 is the 37 is an I band, I think, and the Shilka is a J band. But this vehicle doesn't pick up J bands. So yeah, you can't guarantee anything. It's a bit annoying. Let us go to the 38s and we'll see what we can see with the camera. We don't need that anymore. There's an F4 looking at me. Can I just do this? Can do that. The F4 will be looking at me in a minute. Okay, so we can go to here. And we can do this. Oh, and then we can't do this because the plane refuses to fly level, even though I've got dampening on. And there's another Shilka. Okay. Yeah, so as you can see, all the enemy vehicles are friendly vehicles. So there's an F4 chasing me. I can't really do much, I don't think. Let's run away a bit. I don't know where the F4 is. Oh, he's I can't fly. Where is? There he is. Okay, I think I hit him. We did hit him. Let's run away. I've just got 2 more missiles to go for. But these are a laser, and I'm getting shot at by stuff. But you can see the problem, and I'm sure the convoys will be the same thing. But what I don't understand is why why I managed to hit a Shilka. I don't understand that bit. I don't understand. Put the laser on. Okay, oh, there's one down there, is it's too late now. Okay. We got ZS25, whatever that was. Okay. So there's yeah, and you only get 2 in this vehicle. I don't think you can pick more than 2. Okay. Can I zoom in on that thing there? We'll see. Okay. Yeah, so I wanted to use these, but yeah, they're not great. Okay, I need to slow it down a bit. That should hit. There we go. Be quiet. Right, and that's it, I think. Let's go back to base. We did our job, but Gaijin confused us in the process. So, yeah, I wanted to really enjoy flying these, but I wanted to use them on convoys, but what is shooting at me? I wonder if the tanks are shooting at me, maybe. Yeah, there we go. That is the major problem. So I wouldn't bother. I really wouldn't bother with them. I'd just use Mavericks or whatever, Vickers or whatever you've got. But on another day, those enemy vehicles could be enemies and not friendlies. But they work really well. That's the only thing is, you can fire them from a great distance, but you can't fire them from a great distance because you need to know if you're you need to fly over the battle to figure out which side Gaijin have put the enemies on. So yeah, I wouldn't use them, but they are effective if you know what or what. I mean, the Tornado carries 7, so you can. So the Tornado GR4 carries 7. So if you do figure out which side the enemies are on, but then again, I don't think there are more than 7 anti-air vehicles at a battle. I don't know. It's up to you. I don't care. Do what you want. Alright, so we did complain a bit there, but we did get 6 ground vehicles and a Phantom. But yeah, it is what it is. Okay, so it's not an issue when you realise what vehicles are on the enemy side. But as I said, if the enemy vehicles are full of shilkers, you can't shoot them because you don't have a J-band. It is what it is. I can't imagine what it's like in Tank Sim, because you do get some... Israel have a shilker, don't they? As well as the Soviets, so I don't know. Yeah, I wouldn't bother with them, but they are effective, but it is a bit, yeah, it's a bit weird. Anyway, thanks for watching. I wanted to use these, I wanted to show them off, but it is what it is. Thanks for watching, everybody. Goodbye.